guys, it's Janixa and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the polishes that I wore in the month of September 2022. Only 3 months left of the year, so crazy. Anyway, this month I definitely did not touch a single purple, spoiler alert, because if you watched my polishes I wore in the month of August 2022 video, you would have seen that I wore nothing but purple that month because it was my birthday month and purple is my favorite color. I wore 13 manicures for the month of September, so let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, I remembered to scoot over so that I could insert the pictures here without it cutting half my face off. Okay, the very first polish I wore for the month of September was Yellow There from Rogue Lacquer. This was a small batch creation that they debuted at the Polish and Beauty Expo in Tinley Park this year. This is so gorgeous. I love yellow nail polish and I love it with these, black flakes. Rogue uses these black flakes in a lot of their polishes and I will never get tired of them. They're so beautiful. They add something so nice to a polish and I will always love them. This also had a great formula. No complaints here whatsoever, and it definitely made me happy after an entire month of purple polish. Next up, I wore Polish for Days Lucky Thin, and this is from the August Polish pickup. This bright orange is so beautiful. This is actually the first time that I tried Polish for Days and I fell in love. You see guys, I often see Amanda from It's Amanda here on YouTube talk about how she purposely ignores some brands because we just don't have all the money in the world to buy the polish that we want. And I usually do the same thing. I try not to pay attention to certain brands because I know I'm gonna fall in love and then I'm gonna go bankrupt. So Polish for Days was definitely one of those brands, but when I saw this one and the fact that it was inspired by Finding Nemo, I couldn't resist. So now I'm paying attention to Polish for Days too, and yeah, I'm probably gonna have no money now. Next up, I wore Wildflower Lacquer's Squishy, and I believe this was from the same polish pickup, August polish pickup, something like that. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is such a beautiful, beautiful polish. There's so much going on in here, the shimmers. Oh, it was stunning. I couldn't stop staring at my nails. And the formula is absolutely amazing. Oh, it's great opacity. Wildflower Lacquer has really become one of my favorite indie brands. They're just so beautiful. They do such gorgeous work. I wish I was as creative as the maker Taylor because, oh my goodness, I would never stop creating things if I was. Next up, I wore Curiosity's Prey from Mooncat. This one had grabbed my attention when I saw it on their website. I thought it was gorgeous and a lot of people were recommending it. I didn't have a problem with the polish. The formula was good. It was just more sheer than I like, and I don't usually like to put these kinds of polishes over like a white base or anything like that. So I did 3 coats here and I wasn't totally in love, so I actually ended up destashing it. But yeah, there wasn't really an issue with the polish at all. It was just my personal preference. Next up, I wore Essie's Extra Extra Credit, and this is from their Shady Tips? No. Study Tips. This is from their Study Tips collection, which is a Target exclusive, and this, you guys were the ones who actually told me that it looks like the eraser on a number 2 pencil, and I love that. It is so beautiful. I was in the mood for something bright, and this is really beautiful. I love pinks like this, so this entire collection was just an A+ for me. Next up, I wore Enchanted Polish's The 90s. Oh my goodness, I love this one. I actually used to own this one. I wore it and I was like, it's okay. And I sold it and then I immediately regretted it. I was like, why did I do that? So I actually was able to randomly get a chance to buy one brand new. So I jumped on the opportunity, ended up coming all the way from Canada, I think. But I'm so glad that I have it in my collection again. It is such a beautiful polish. I actually think that I prefer it on my short nails. I used to wear it when I had long nails, and I don't know, it just didn't look the same to me. I like this one a lot on short nails. I'm bummed that Enchanted Polish is no longer around because I'm discovering a lot of their polishes now, and yeah, I'm bummed. Maybe one day they'll come back, hopefully, I don't know. But yeah, the 90s is probably one of my favorite polishes ever. Next up, I wore Fair Maiden's Deep Dish, and this is a Polish and Beauty Expo exclusive slash doorbuster. So this polish was only $5. So of course, when I saw it, I had to jump on it. This was my first time trying Fair Maiden, and I liked it. I liked their formula. They have a good formula. This polish is really, really cool. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of shiftiness. So I was constantly looking at my nails and looking at the shift. It's really pretty. It does remind me of pizza sauce because this is supposed to resemble like deep dish Chicago style pizza, and yeah, this definitely looks like sauce to me. Next up, I wore Wildflower Lacquer's Lucille, and in the bottle I am in love with this one, but on my nails against my skin tone, I don't know, it just was not my favorite at all. I ended up only wearing this one for a day, maybe just less than 24 hours, because the very next day I changed it. It wasn't my thing. It wasn't my thing. Again, nothing wrong with the polish whatsoever. It's just a personal preference. Next up, I wore Daveen Lacquer's Charmed, and this one is so beautiful. I don't even know what to say. The shimmer is amazing. This beautiful blue base color is absolutely gorgeous. This whole Spellbound collection, which I did review, is just so beautiful. Daveen, they just never disappoint me. They really don't. Next up, I wore Holo Taco's Menchie the cat. And you guys, ever since I wore OPI's Teenage Dream a few months back, I have been obsessed with like pink glitters. So I was looking through my entire collection to find all the pink glitters, and this one stood out to me. So beautiful. I love just looking at my nails shine, and polishes like this just make me happy. Next up, I wore Polish for Days Towards the Light, and this is from the September polish pickup. I only got 2 from September's polish pickup, and this was one of them, and oof, I'm so glad I grabbed it. It is so packed with these beautiful flakes. Like I said in the earlier part of this video, I've definitely been paying attention to Polish for Days now, and wow, they release beautiful things. Next up, I wore Rogue Lacquer's Squash Goals. This is from their Autumn Prisms Fall collection. You know, I love it in the bottle, but on my skin tone, I don't love it very much. I actually, again, only ended up wearing this one for a day. The next day I took it off. It's just not my favorite against my skin tone. My sister has a little bit of a darker complexion, and I think that these kinds of yellows look amazing on her and on people with, you know, darker complexions. Unfortunately for me, it just didn't do it. And lastly, I wore Rogue Lacquer's Sweater Season, which is actually what I still have on my nails now. This one is stunning. I love these kinds of shades. That whole entire Autumn Prisms collection was absolutely gorgeous. If you have not tried them yet, I really highly recommend them. The formula is amazing. They have a great opacity. They're just really, really beautiful polishes. Alright guys, that's it for the polishes that I wore in September 2022. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys wore and which was your favorite out of the manis that I wore for the month. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!